They're not gonna. They're not. They don't even know,
You're
dude. Like
fine.
by the time I'm
good.
done, like on during the week,
Yeah.
like Friday morning, we're at LA Fit at 6, and we're running at 6 a.m. There's nobody there, and most people are asleep.
That's right.
And like by the time we get done, we're 7:30, 8 o'clock. You're at home, and like then the phone starts ringing, and it's like, oh, did you just wake
got
up?
this. Yeah,
And I'm
you're
like,
nah, man.
no,
I'm gonna go."
yeah. And that it gets it out of the way in a sense, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the gym thing, I can't do it that early either because it's empty early, and
It doesn't feel the same.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But
then-
these are the points what I'm talking about. When we talk about foundations and principles, when you start to understand yourself, now you can start to feed it that way, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just because this is how somebody else does it, right? There's a great saying. It's actually on the board in my gym right now, and it says, "There's a difference between doing what somebody does and what they did to get there." There's a difference between doing what somebody does, which is what everybody sees on Instagram, which everybody follows, right? You see this, let's just take a realtor because we're in that business, and you see somebody in there doing something, right? That's super successful,
right.
right? And you're like, oh my God, I need to do that, right? What truth is, that's not what got them to there.
Yeah.
It's not about what they currently do for the most part. It's understanding what did they do to get where they are. Much more powerful for all of us.
You know what? For me, what is, if I had to like give away a little secret, when I get business is when I just talk to my friends.
Yeah.
And that trips carry out. It's like, what are you doing? I'm just talking to my friends. And then like, because I ask them like, hey, what are you doing? Like, and they're going to tell me what's going on in their life. They're going to ask me, what are you doing with your life? Oh, just working, and then it just segues into that. And the more calls I make to my friends, to people I know, and then all of a sudden and it's not connected. Like it's weird. It's some universe something, man. It's like
Right.
whatever
Sure.
degrees of separation, or have you ever seen that? Like
Yeah,
where
yeah. But that's how it is. That's how
the ether or something.
That's how it all works, right? And because, listen, when you call somebody for that business, everybody stonewalls it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You call me for sales, I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm not interested. You
Well,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
we
all
hang
do
up
that
on people all day long.
all the time.
Yeah.
But when you go at it from if you came at it and you were saying, hey, did you see what's going on in this? Or even if you're asking me about my life, it's almost without fail that the person doesn't reciprocate. Right. The law of reciprocation, right? John Maxwell wrote a ton about that, right? And what he said was, in the law, you want to do the thing positively because typically, so if I open the door for you and we're walking in Vegas, the next one's open, typically that person opens it for you.
Right.
And I'll tell you this, if they don't, you want to run immediately. Especially if it's somebody that you think is your friend, run because they don't give a shit about you. Right.
Right.
And they have other
and they
self-worth
probably don't
issues.
care about other people.
Yeah,
period.
exactly. They have other issues. But in the law of reciprocation is what you're talking about right now, is that when you ask somebody and you mean it, not just in a blanket, like, hey, so what's going on? How are you? What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on in your life? Let them talk. Let them be, you don't want the short, oh, yeah, I'm good.